Good morning. It's 3 o'clock and I have been up and I'm getting ready for my morning. I've been playing with my gift from Amazon. A few days ago I got an email saying that they wanted to send me a gift for my hard work, and I thought it was going to be something stupid, but they had actually really nice gifts. Like they had like a desk and they had a pressure cooker I was really going to get. But then I saw this, which is what they picked for me, which is a flicker fire. Have you guys ever heard of it? It's from a small business. I think like a man and a woman make them. And it's like an indoor fire pit, they call it. Bigger than a candle. And I've been playing with it. Look at it. It's so awesome. It uses isopropyl alcohol, like 70%. So it's clean burning. And it's a big flame, but it's not like so big you can't put it in your house somewhere nice. And it's larger than a candle. They say that you can cook over it, like your marshmallows, toast marshmallows and stuff, because it's, like I said, it's a clean burning fuel. And it's cheap fuel. So this is the coolest thing. I was surprised. I think on Amazon they're like $60, $70 something dollars. I was like, wow. So this is my morning. I'm making me a cup of tea. I'm going to have me some yogurt. And then I'm going to get working. And I'll see you guys later today. Woohoo! The sun has just started to brighten up the sky at 7 o'clock. I've been busy this morning. I was doing dishes. I washed a load of laundry. I had to hang it all up, including my socks, my underwear, and everything, because the dryer stopped working. Maybe like a week ago. I just haven't had time to look at it. I kind of been looking online. I was going to troubleshoot it today. So I started pulling the stuff out to look at it. It's a 4-in-1 Eurotech and it's older, but it worked totally fine. I turned it on and it started to dry and then it just stopped out of nowhere, and I was like, oh no. So I pulled out this condenser thing and they said you're supposed to clean it once a month. My dad never told me anything about it. I don't think he knew anything about it, so he's never cleaned it. So I took that out and cleaned it. When I finally pulled it out, see, when I first stopped working, I looked at the plug and it looked like it was plugged in and everything. But, dumb me, I looked at the wrong plug. I was looking at the washer plug, not this big old thick. I should have known, you know, by the ampage, the size of it, that the one I looked at was the washer one. So this was hanging like halfway out. It was barely in. It must have been just jiggled and jiggled until it was out. So I plugged it back in. Hopefully that's the only thing that was wrong with it. Waiting for the little condenser thing to dry, and then I'll put it back in, and then I'm praying that it will turn on, because having no dryer sucks. The flame burned for like an hour or so, and I just put it out because I wasn't going to be in the kitchen. I didn't want to leave it, you know, unattended. It was so wonderful. I'm going to make me another cup of tea. I'm going to have a few minutes to read up my book before I start working again. I have so much to do today. I had to make all their dog food, which I did make a video about that. I'm not sure if you guys are interested or not. I have to do their nails. I have to vacuum the floor. I'm washing dishes. I'm about done with them. Let's see what else I have to do today. This is one thing I'm doing today I'm very excited about, is going out on the bike. I had to get gas, which is premium gas, and I get it in the canister because I don't ride it down to the gas station yet and fill it up, especially now that I actually found out. Let me tell you. So poor little Rod, I was calling to see what I need to do to get his title, and it turns out that since my dad didn't actually have the title to give me before he died, that I need to get my sister's signature on it, or it'll just be trash. So I wrote Amy yesterday and told her I'm sure she'll sign it, because like I said, if not, you can't sell it, you can't ride it, it would just die. And that would be so horrible after all my dad put into it and me. So right now the bike is just no one's, because no one can claim the title until we both sign that paper. So cross your fingers for me, guys, and send out your prayers that she signs it. All the mornings lately, these last few weeks, have been totally foggy, and I just love it. It's like a zombie apocalypse or something. And all the little ditches around are like fog lakes. I just love the fog. Here's the Christmas cactus I said I would show you once it was in full bloom. There are so many of them. They are gorgeous. Hi, Kita. I love the early morning. I love how the fog beads on the screen, like Christmas lights or something, like a million little beads. I love it. It must be Christmas time. Hey, good morning. Are you enjoying your early morning out here alone? The moment of truth. No power. Oh, yay. Time to start back with troubleshooting. Oh, gosh. I guess that means I have to learn how to use this meter thing. Because my dad had this forever. I put new batteries in it. I don't know how to to see if it works or not, like if it actually works. I have to look into it all and read about it. Try to fix the dryer. My question for you guys would be, if I can't fix it when I do the troubleshooting things on the internet, would you spend the money and call like a repairman and try to fix it, hoping it was something simple? Or would you just buy a new dryer? I have no idea. I would now like to take a moment to complain. I don't often complain about things, but I want to because I'm very disappointed in Whitman's. Every year, it was one of our favorite things to get the Whitman's sampler. If you're not like an American, you don't know what I'm talking about. These are Whitman's. It's called a sampler box. It was a double layered box with 2 layers of assorted chocolates. There used to be a lot more variety. They narrowed it down, the flavors, to just a few. Here they are. This is the dark chocolate. I'm assuming that the milk chocolate's the same. They took out a lot of the cool ones and they put in a gross orange cream. But the most disappointing thing is that they took out the molasses chew, which was my favorite, my dad's favorite, the kids' favorite. I remember it was Amy's. It was like everyone's favorite, and one of the reasons why we bought the Whitman sampler was the molasses chews. And now they're gone. How disappointing. Oh, that orange. So working so much at work, I've been there for 3 weeks, I have lost weight, like almost 10 pounds. But it actually turned out to only be 5 pounds because I used that as an excuse to pig out on some things I've been wanting. I bought the pumpkin pie I didn't get for Thanksgiving. I ate almost this whole box in like 2 or 3 days because I have another one waiting. They're buy one get one free. I've just had some bad things. Oh, let me show you something else I bought. Chocolate toffee pecans. This Durham's, like Durham Ellis, they're from Texas. That's where I buy my pecans and my nuts from online. They're way cheaper and way fresher and better than the ones you get like in the grocery store if you eat a lot of nuts like I do. And so this time when I ordered, I thought I'd try some of the candy kind of coated ones. So I got these and been munching on these a little. So I've been bad, but I still lost weight. I lost like 5 pounds on top of eating all this crap. Okay, I want to talk real quick about breakfast. In case you guys, I don't know if you do or if you don't eat breakfast before you go to work, but I found this out over the last 3 weeks that I normally would eat just a yogurt for breakfast because it is a lot of protein in the Greek yogurts. So I eat these with some pecans in them, you know. So like I said, the protein in one of these is 15 grams plus the added pecans. That's probably like 20 grams of protein. I figured that would be enough to last me the 4 or 5 hours I worked until I got home. Well, I was wrong. 2 or 3 hours in, I was hungry, like really hungry, to the point where I kind of felt nauseous. You know, when you get really hungry, you feel nauseous. And so instead, I made me some muesli. Bob's Red Mill, I love their brand. They use a old grinding stone, and it's employee owned, and they're just really good quality. He has muesli. I buy the big old bags of it if you eat a lot of it through his website. You can eat it hot or cold, like it says. You can just stick this into some milk and eat it just like, you know, granola or something. But my favorite thing to do is make it like oatmeal. So it's 2 cups of water for 1 cup of muesli in a pan. But first, let's see, I don't like dates. I've never liked dates. My dad loved dates and my sister loved dates, but I hated them. But he had left a big old container of delicious looking dates, and I said I didn't want to throw them away because they're expensive, like $7 or $8. So I said I'm going to do something with them. This is not the container. I just bought this one. And I did. They're super sweet, and they're not that bad tasting, you know, especially like in food. So I cut them up really tiny, and I put them in the water that I started to boil for the oatmeal. And I used it as like a natural sweetener, the sugar in it. And it did. I cooked it down for like 5 minutes, along with some walnut halves and pieces, or you can use pecans or any kind of nuts you want. I put them in the water and cook them with the dates, like I said, for like 5 or 10 minutes. The nuts don't get soft, they just get a little softer, but they stay hard, so don't worry about cooking them. And then I put in, for a little more sweetener if you want it, I use agave. It's like a cactus sweetener nectar. It's clean and simple. It is a sugar, but it's not like pure, like white sugar. And it doesn't have that weird taste that sugar has sometimes. So I put a little agave in there, some cinnamon or some allspice or nutmeg, a little vanilla, a little salt. And I cook it until it's like a little, you know, cooked, not very long. And at the very end, I'll put in a few raisins because they get overcooked and just lose their taste if you actually boil it in there. And when you eat this oatmeal, when I eat this oatmeal before I go to work, just a little bowl of it, oh my gosh, it's something to do with the oats and the protein, probably from the nuts. I put a lot of nuts in there for the protein, and the sugars probably, that I stay full and full of energy like the whole shift. It's such a difference that oatmeal makes, man. I'm so glad that I thought to try it out. Yeah, she's such a pretty kitty. This little one's starting to love me. She comes up and patty cakes my chest area. She loves being held upside down, cradled like a little baby. Yeah. I don't give her too much attention though, because I'm always busy, you know, working and doing stuff, and yeah, I just don't play with her that much. It's because animals don't fake it, you know? They don't fake shit for your attention. They don't pretend to be something they're not because they don't want to feel like they're not welcomed or loved, or they'd be made fun of or not accepted. They just are. You either love them or you don't. But they love you. Usually. I've had a great day off. I only have one day off now because I picked up an extra shift on my other day off just to get some cash for my tires. And the last 2 weeks I kind of was beating myself up because I couldn't efficiently like do all I did my chores, I did things I had to do, but I couldn't do a lot of work in my pin store because I just physically didn't feel like it. But now that I'm feeling better, not as physically tired after work, I get more done, and it just feels good to get things done, you know. Today I have had a very accomplished day. I've got a lot of things off my list. It was a beautiful day out. I just got back from taking the bike because it's Saturday, and there's like we're in parking lots, like churches and schools and stuff are closed, so you can go and do like your figure eights and your U-turns and stuff, and like the scary stuff that I don't like doing on these little roads here with cars and people and stuff, right? I'm getting better. It's not as like scary. I can, you know, almost lock the wheel and turn and go and do like the circles and the eights and stuff. And only a few times do I have to stick my foot out if I feel like it's gonna fall. And then I don't actually have to put my foot out and stop it. I remember to let the clutch out. So I'm getting better at that, and that feels good, like an achievement. The only things I have left to do today is, like I said, vacuum and do the air vent, and what else was it? I have to finish the dog's food, and I wanted to list some pins. I've wanted to list pins the last few days. I haven't really got a lot on, but I might not have time. I only have a few hours till bed, maybe like 3 hours, I think, or 4. And I haven't had like any time to like watch anything or play anything or have any relaxing time. So I'd like at least to have an hour and a half or 2 at night. How long do you guys take off? Like like how long do you work during the day, and then how long do you take off at night for, you know, just your own time? Like, do you give yourself a certain time only at night free? Or do you just do whatever, you know, it comes? It's so hard to remember everything that you need to do, so I love writing lists. I never ever wrote lists before I moved in here to Dad's house. And I thought he was crazy because he'd always have like these post-it notes, you know, on the mirror or on his TV or just on the bed or something, right? And it'd be like air conditioner, fan on. Because like when he went and showered, he'd turn the air system on like a on, not just auto. So it constantly ran just to clear out the steam, you know? And like he'd forget to turn it off. So just he'd write a little note about everything. And I kind of thought it was because he had a bad memory or it was silly. But it's so helpful. I have little pieces of paper now around the house, like in the kitchen. You know, because if you have a little thought come to your head, even though you'll remember it again most likely, it's like writing it down makes you just be able to look at it at a glance. It helps you not be so stressful and always trying to keep and grasp these things you need to remember, because you can just have them written down. And the most coolest part that I found out is that goals, any little goal they say gives you like this, you know, in whatever release, like you did something good, even if it's something stupid, like, you know, like vacuuming and these little things I'm talking about, I'll have it on my list. Like, okay, today I need to vacuum, I need to shower, you know, I need to do the dog food, I need to, you know, all the little things I want to accomplish, right? So when you cross those off, it makes you feel good, even if it's something little. You should try it. I never did that, and I never was like, but it works, and I love lists. I'm not quite as active as in like going out and doing things because, you know, I've just been working and getting used to everything. So I probably won't vlog again until my next day off, which is next Saturday, and I don't remember if that's around Christmas or not. So I want to tell you guys now, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope that you have a wonderful time, and I guess my tip that I've been thinking of myself that I'd like to share would be to not chase happiness. For a long time, I felt like happiness was like the state that we would be living in, you know what I'm saying? Like people are happy until something bad or something stressful or something happens that, you know, makes you like unhappy, right? But I kind of realized or found out that that's not true, that happiness is like a fleeting thing like anything else, and that it's just going to come here and there, and then it's not anything that we can control, and you shouldn't look for it all the time. You shouldn't be disappointed if you don't have it. Like, let's say, I know it don't make a lot of sense sometimes at first, but let's say, like, you know, last year you went to the Disney Christmas party and everything was perfect, and you and your family had like the most magical, happy time. So of course when you go back again, you those feelings, that happiness are going to be there. You're going to think that you're going to go and you're going to have these times and you're going to be happy again, because it's kind of like relating it to what happened. But it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. You're going to go maybe and you're going to have things that's going to, you know, out of nowhere mess up your vacation, and it's not going to be that happiness, right? So if you don't go always expecting to be happy, happiness just comes to you in random moments, and that's what makes those moments special, you know? So don't go around looking and expecting happiness. Just go around trying to do your best and to be nice and to make other people happy, and then you'll have hopefully lots of happy moments come to you all the time. So I wish you guys a wonderful holiday, and thank you for watching my vlogs. Bye.